Hey, what's up guys? Today we continue in our series called True Colors. In this series, we're taking a look at Joseph's life and seeing how he showed his true colors. Today we are saying, I will be humble. So how many of you guys know what the word humble means? I think this will be a perfect time to bring in Joseph. I think he may be able to give us a great perspective on humility and what that looks like. Yo, Joseph!
Hey, what's up?
Hey man.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, so I know we're right in the middle of telling your story, but can you give us a little insight on what humility looks like to you?
As a matter of fact, we're at a perfect place in my story to talk about what being humble looks like. Here, let's hit a quick recap for anyone who needs to catch up. I got this fancy coat from my dad, because I'm the favorite. My brothers got jealous, so they sold me into slavery, and then because I was sold, I got this really big responsibility. But then I was thrown into prison for something I didn't even do. Then I was released from prison to interpret Pharaoh's dreams. Basically, I told him the land will endure 7 good years with food, but would be followed by 7 years with no food. So then I used my gifts for God and was put in second of command over all of Egypt. And I continued to use my gifts to prepare for the famine.
Man, it sounds like God was continuing to use you in big things. So where does this being humble part come into play?
Well, part of that answer lies in what happens next. So, in light of the food shortage that had hit Egypt and the surrounding nations, I was seeing all sorts of people come to me and ask for grain. Well, it just so happens that one day my very own brothers showed up. See, they had traveled from their home, Canaan, and my father sent them to Egypt to buy food for the family. When they arrived and were directed to see me, they bowed before me. And what's crazy is that they didn't even recognize me.
No way. Talk about awkward. So not only were they fulfilling that first dream that you had years ago about them bowing to you, but they didn't even know it was you to whom they were bowing. So did you go all high and mighty on them? Behold, it is I, your brother Joseph, the man. You guys were super mean to me when I was younger, but look at me now. In your face, look who's got the last laugh. I got stacks on stacks on stacks, son.
Dude, chill out. It didn't go down like that at all. Or at least not exactly like that.
Boo.
Listen, what I decided to do was play it cool. I just acted like I didn't know who they were and demanded that they prove to me that they were brothers, as they said they were. I wanted to test them in that moment, and even told them that I would keep one of the brothers in prison until the rest of them went back home and brought to me their youngest brother, Benjamin. And I also sent them home with bags full of grain so that they and my father wouldn't starve.
You know what? That really is cool. Like, how'd you manage to keep a cool head and not freak out? Most people would have taken that opportunity to totally throw that situation back in their brother's face. Yeah. I would have probably been all about showing off everything that I gained and the power I had over them. That would have shown them what a big mistake they made selling me into slavery.
But that's just the thing. We aren't called to look at ourselves as higher than or better than anyone else. In fact, being humble means the exact opposite. I was being humble by lowering myself to being their equal and sharing the wealth of food that Egypt had with them. And for me, that was a small way of showing love to my brothers.
That's a great point, Joseph. In fact, the Bible has a great verse about this. In the book of James, it says, "Be humble in front of the Lord, and he will lift you up." In all honesty, we are clued to remain humble in all situations.
That's right, man. And hopefully my story for today helped a little bit. I think it's a great note to leave on while I head back to, take care of some governor duties.
Gotcha. Thanks, Joseph. We'll see you next time, man.
Bye, guys.
Guys, that was pretty cool. Joseph brought up some great points about being humble. Not only did Joseph have a great opportunity to brag about all the blessings he gained over the years, but he also could have easily been just as mean and inconsiderate of his brothers as they were to him. Literally, Joseph had the power to enslave his brothers just as they did him. But instead, Joseph took the course of humility and lowered himself before God. See, Joseph understood that God had placed him in this position of power for a reason, to serve others, not himself. And in order to be a great servant, we must always remember to humble ourselves and put others before us. It's in those moments that we truly see God's love shine its beautiful colors. So again, I ask, what does being humble look like for you? Joseph always finds a way to show his true colors, and the same goes for you and me. We don't have to let the world tell us who we are because we are all children of God. And when we believe what God says about us, our true colors will shine in this world. So again, today we are saying, I will be humble.